Good day all, welcome to Obed Farm. Well, we are now entering the month of May. Well, as I said that things have been up and down here and there. You can't complain, because if you do complain, it means that you're complaining really for nothing. We have managed to, as I always say, that I give you a monthly update of what we're doing here at the farm and what we're trying to achieve. Sometimes achieving is very difficult, but as I said, it's always good to share with those who want to be aspiring farmers and those people who want to try new things. There have been questions I've been asked. Some I will answer them in due time, but as you can see here, the maize we have harvested. The maize has been harvested. The tomatoes have been harvested. So those two crops indirectly we have finished with. And as you can see, we still have a lot of grass. So this time I made sure that the cows did not disappear before I came through. So we will go and look at the cows, see how healthy they are, or what needs to be done, or how best we can achieve better results with the cows. Um, Always look at the farm, the things that I always talk about and the things that are very important, or things that I believe we need to be looking at. As I said, the things that I always look at is first that I'm doing broiler farming. Broilers is what I'm doing. Actually, as we speak today, I've just picked up another small little batch. This one's a very small little batch, which I want to do at home, which is about 35 birds I've managed to. In fact, it was just by luck that I passed through there. I was wanting to do a booking for some chicks, and they say that there were 35 chicks that were available. So I took them, automatically just took them. I just say that, hey, give me these 35 chicks. I'll go take care of them and see. And these ones will be most likely for the family. So that is the harvest for the family. So you will see those ones really in a cage setup. They will not be free range like the ones, I can't say free range, but they will not be like how I take care of my other chickens. These ones will definitely be more in a smaller environment, and we'll see how it goes from there. And that will be just my small little batch of 35 chicks that we have. Whilst the ones here at the farm, they are now in week 2. They've ended their end of week 2 is tomorrow. Tomorrow is the end of week 2, and I think those ones were end of week 2, but as of today is the last day we will be feeding them starter mash. So starter crumb, that is the last day we'll be feeding them today. Today is actually the last day before they move to the next, until we move to the next type of feed that we have available. So that is really the broilers, whereby we are looking at them and we're just saying to ourselves, this is what we are doing on the broiler farming side. So here they are. These ones are looking extremely healthy, moving around. It is warm in here, which is a good sign that, and as you can see, if they're feeding well and moving around freely like this, it means that they are doing extremely well. So this is the end of week 2. Today is the last day. Tomorrow, that is we'll be now entering first day of week 3. So we keeping them warm, water. We give them ashox. For right now, they've been given some ashox. I think there were some which were showing signs of weakness, so we have given them some ashox for their water, and this is the finishing the crumb that we have. So after this crumb, we then move on to the next batch. So this is not really much. The heat right now, we're doing it for the evenings. It is starting to get cold in the evening, so we are doing this for mainly the evening run, so that we have enough heat for them during the evening. But during the day, like now, it is very warm, so they don't really need the heat. So inside there, it's just ash which went through last night, so that will be removed, and from there we will then move on to the next feed that we do for them. Well, as you can see, also the bedding, we have added a little bit of bedding on top to help them, so that it does not stay mucky for them. So we just add on top, and then at the end of the whole cycle, we then just remove all of them at once. That is what we do for these. I think from here I will then go to the cows, and we will just go through and see what is happening at the cows and see if there's anything really exciting. At the present moment, we are expecting probably one or two to calve this year, but it's not really the year where we are expecting much of the calving. This year we are expecting, we're not really expecting many cows this year, but next year will be a year whereby we will be expecting most of them to calve, because most now our herd is not a very young herd. Most of them are now past the 2 months and the 2 year period. Normally after 2 years we will then be able to start making sure that they give us calves. And at the same time, this means that where we are as in the project, I had said that I wanted to get to 20 cattle which will be giving birth at any given time and in every year. So we are still a bit behind, but hey, slow and steady. This is not a race whereby you can afford to do all this all the time, but you do watch the best you can. So let me just look at where we are right now. So this year, end of last year, I can say end of the year, these were the last two which gave birthdays. This bull, young bull that you can see here, that was born this year. This time we have actually managed to get more bulls than we normally do. We've been getting a lot of female calves, but this time we have quite a few bulls. So we have, I think in total 3 bulls. One which you can see, which is that one that I was showing you. Then we have that one over that side which is drinking milk. So in total we have got 3 bulls. And so the bulls that we have are actually Brahman bulls that we have managed to we have not castrated any of them. I tend not to want to castrate them because I'm not planning to use them as drawing animals. At the same time also, I'm not planning to probably from one of these bulls I will find one bull that I will probably like to keep as the next generation of bulls on the farm. So for now, that's why I've not castrated any one of them. And as you can see, this is the bull that is now the major bull in this one. The other one, the big one that I used to have, was sold off. Someone really pressured me and they asked me. I got a very fair price for it, so I can never complain about that. So if you cannot complain about the price that you get for a bull, for someone who comes and offers you a price, and you know very well that you are able to do without that bull at that given time, then you're okay. Because the person offered me a price which was very good for the other big Brahman bull, which I think I will just show a small little picture about, which was brown. So there we are currently. So as you can see, they are healthy. We have got really no problems right now. The major thing that we always do right now is during this time is make sure that we do a lot of debbing for mites for them. That is the major thing that we're doing right now, making sure that we are always dipping them in water. We always make sure that we dip them so that they're always clean and we are getting a good branch of bulls. Well, I don't see much of what we have, but as I can see, we have quite a lot of male bulls this time. I've never had so many male bulls, but this time we do have a lot as from what we have. Well, I think this is the major thing then about the cows. The next part that we're going to from here, we are now going to move over to the heritage breed chicks, and then from there we'll then see where we are off to. Well, so here we have our heritage breed of chickens. As you can see where we are with them, they are doing well. We are just seeing them growing. There is nothing really much I can say about the chickens at the present moment. We are just giving them the feed so that they just grow, and as they keep on growing, we will then know what we are going to do with them next. But at the present moment, as I said, they are all being kept together in one place, all mixed breeds. As you can see, they are all mixed here. There is nothing that has been removed from one breed to the other. they are all under one group. So we are just going to say to ourselves, what do we want to do next? At the present moment, there is a lot of things that I want to do, really a lot, but some of these things need funding. There is a problem because loans are not easy accessible right now, and when you start thinking about it, how best can you just do? Sometimes it's just best to just scale down when you now do you know when there are times when you do have the money and then you think, no, let me not do it. Now that you don't have the money, there's a time when you say to yourself, I want to do all those things. Now me wanting to do all those things and you don't have the money, it's very difficult. So you just say to yourself, okay, let me just leave it alone for now. Just regroup yourself for now until things get better. Things will always get better sooner or later, and once those things get better, then you can come and do what exactly you want to do. So right now I'm not in really any rush to get to I want to get to point B. Everyone wants to get to point B, but getting to point B, you first need to go from point A. That point A has not been easy to get from. So we are just taking our time, learning, just biding time until we get everything that we need to get. And once we get everything that we need to get, then we will move on to the next level. But at the present moment, as you can see, the heritage breeds are doing well. They are growing well. We have had absolutely no problem with the chickens, and we are just looking at them and finding ways of keeping them, feeding them. At the present moment, we are using a universal concentrate together with maize crush. That's why they're also not growing very fast. But if I want them to really grow fast, why I tend to go that way is also not that I cannot give them the straight feed. It's because I believe that once in a while things get difficult, and if they're not used to certain ways of living, and especially being on the farm, sometimes I want them to be able to go out and forage for themselves without anything. So they will need to be able to eat, to be able to scavenge around. So them needing to scavenge, it means that they need to be able to find for them feed. So when you do this kind of feed and they are free ranging a lot, they will be able to survive with all the mixes that you give them. When you do not have money, you are not worried that you do not have money. They will be doing well. When you do have money and you feed them, they grow fast. Well, I think this is all for now. Let me go on to the next. We're off to the other animals, the other small little things that are here on the farm. The doves, they gave birth. They had 2 eggs, but it's only one that actually came out, as you will see there. Sorry, not the doves. Sorry, the pigeons. There, they are the pigeons which are up there, and they gave birth to one which is in here. The reason why we have put it in a box is because it came out and then right now it's not able to fly, so we did not want it to struggle. So we have put it in here so that we are able for it to move around a bit freely without it feeling as if it's going to be attacked by other predators, because there are also other predators around. Then we also have our free range chickens. As you can see, this one is actually sitting on its eggs. That's in here. Let me see if I can get a good picture of it. There we go. That one is sitting on its eggs, and obviously any time within 28 days we should have some chicks from it. So there are things on the farm which have got really no direct impact of what we're doing, and there are other chickens which are running around, which are free ranging around. So we also have that group on its own, which we just leave, and we are not too bothered about it too much about what it's doing, because we tend to say that these are specifically well fed and well kept. And then we also have another group where the ducks, the ducks, somewhere around that side, the ducks will be hiding, but the ducks are around. So, and just to show you that things have not been this year, as I said, Money wise has not been easy. Growing things has not been easy. This is the side where we would normally plant. There would have been last year we had planted, I think last year we planted beans this side, but this year I didn't go that way because I felt as if things were not that well, and I did not want to feel as if there were losses. And for sure, yes, the maize did come out, but not as well as we expected it, and we had to plant 3 times for the maize to come out. So if I had planted here, it meant that I would also probably had to have planted 3 times, probably not even 4 times, for whatever I would have planted here to actually germinate. So these are the challenges that you have as a farmer. Take them on board, understand them, accept them, move on. I do not get to a point whereby I'm disheartened. No, I'm not disheartened. I actually look at it as a way of growth, and that growth is very, very important in whatever you do. And as you keep on growing the things, you keep on trying to figure out why you do certain things and how best you do certain things. Well, I've not been here for a very long time. Been here at the pigs for a very, very long time. As I said, at the present moment we only have 2 pigs. As you can see, this one which is up, so I've got 1 sow, 1 buck. So this is the sow that we have. As you can see, it's scavenging. It wants food. Food will be coming to it shortly. So at the present moment we have fattened it, or we have actually put it back into proper size. The reason why I've not been coming here is because people will be asking, so why are they not that big and what? It was because I did not want them to be always going on heat. So now we are working towards it going on heat. So we are giving them a lot of food for them to go back. So this probably middle of this month, it should be back on heat, and then once it goes back on heat, we will then be servicing it with this is the buck that we have. So at the present moment, when they look at me, all they're thinking about is, can they get food? So this is where we are with our pigs. We have not been doing much about the pigs. As I always say, that this was getting very expensive and the feed was becoming very expensive. It is still expensive, and I don't want to lie to you, it has not changed as in the expenses. So with the other places, all these places need to be fixed if I really want to be serious about this project once again. And as I said, me being serious about this project, as I say, it needs capital, and this is the capital injection that I've been looking for. This made for me money, but as I always say, that if you're not careful, you may think that there is a lot of money in all these things and may end up finding out that there's absolutely no money in it, or the amount of money that you need at the beginning is going to be so much before you start getting a return on investment for certain projects. So it's just a matter of getting the right project at the right time with the right things and the right pricing. So as for us, the structures have not dilapidated much. It's just mainly the floors that need to be fixed. As always, the floors are the ones which go first for these pigs. The water situation, we have right now not have a problem. As you can see, it's almost like it's around, if one can see properly, it's around 800 liters from where I can see there is water. So we have got no problems with this for now, but if we want to do it properly, I need to put a lot of capital injection, because for me to do this properly and for it to really be profitable, or for it really to make money back for me, I need at least a good $5,000. $1,000 for me to get this to becoming very profitable for me. Well, I think that is it for me. So to all those people who have liked, subscribed, please like and subscribe to the channel. Until the next monthly update, thank you and have a good day.